Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. So, this is going to be the conclusion for the series until probably a major update or something like that. And when I mean a major update or something like that, I'm mostly saying the release day of the game, a major trailer, or the announcement of the AI. So, besides anything like that, don't expect any new videos about it. This is really one of the fairlight things for this series. I will be 100% honest about one thing. I truly expect and wished for me doing a different videos entirely when the beta reach. I really hope I could be able to do videos saying how I was wrong about the game, how the game turned out to be great, how the multiplayer aspect was not intrusive at all, how many of those things didn't matter in the end, and how Ubisoft pulled off one of the biggest things. Besides the customization options, there is still, and I still have problems with it, mostly because they are very prone to microtransactions. And since we're talking about Ubisoft, you can 100% be sure there will be microtransactions on this one. But in the end, the big thing, the end goal of this is it is over for most part. There is no more things to talk about it for anything. Like everything, every point I already hit home many times. I spent almost 6 hours, 5 hours and something about it on the beta, and I'm really going to say that I passed a little bit more time on the forums, most likely. Mostly because the forums were more quote-unquote entertaining than the game itself. But, in reality, let's end this fucking thing. Let's end this series with not my opinion this time. I already gave it on many points. I want to say a couple things about the community and the opinions of the community. So, besides a very strange number of people who tend to be overly aggressive and compare we talking shit about breaking points to accepting the casino on GTA Online for some reason. I don't know why is that a reason, but okay, let's fly it with. And the more sane people who defending this game are the people who, for some interesting reason, have the Delta Company avatar. So, yeah. But there is the sane people. I'm not gonna lie. There is the people who just say, "Well, fuck, I enjoy the game, and that's it." They don't go out of their way to defending the game. They just say, "Well, I did the study, and some there is things that most people don't like, but the things there is are things that I like." And for those people, sure, you have all your right. Go for it. If the game is something that you enjoy, go and buy it. No one is telling you to not buy the game. That's an interesting thing. As I said on a couple videos ago or in a comment ago, I will never tell you to not buy something. I will give my opinion and allow you to make your own decision. And yes, there is a lot of fanboyism in this game, and I believe there is a couple. Some of those exist because, well, on the forums too, more a long time ago, not that long, a big sentiment was that people needs to buy this game, needs to help this game be successful simply because if not, there won't be any more Ghost Recon. Well, in the reality, this is not a Ghost Recon, so besides the name. My last opinion that I'm gonna give, besides a couple of pointers on some of the topics, is the comparison. I fully believe this is not a fair comparison talking, oh, this game is the Division 2. It's not. We already can establish that. I think this game is what happened if you take the social aspect of the Division 2, plays with the gameplay and RPG mechanics of Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a little bit of a Far Cry storytelling, and paint the fucking thing with a Ghost Recon. And that's the end. That's the big thing. That's what this game are in the end. It doesn't have much, and Ubisoft already admitted this is not a tactical game anymore. They already took that out from their trailer. But what the community wants. The community wants a lot of things, because the community wants a lot. The community are a lot of people. There is, first, I will agree with the fact that the camera is completely close to your character and I don't enjoy that much. Second, I will agree the animations look a little bit derpy. But all those things are easy fixed. All those mostly easy fixes are something that I'm not going to talk about it here. There's no necessity, and those are not things that although I subscribe to many of those, to all three of those, I don't care about it. I didn't put a video about it. So, I'm going to be mirroring mostly the community on this one. First thing is the social hub. Playing this game and logging in, and when you log in, you got this. This is gonna be always the first thing that you're gonna get when you enter the game. Because stupidly enough, every time you log in or log out, you'll always get here. This is where you're gonna come in, on your social hub. The Division 2 kind of made it better because there was a lot of small hubs around closer to points where if you log out in some point, you would log in that point, not the main base. But, well, that's what we expect from Ubisoft being smart, so they aren't. First, I'm not gonna even come to the topic of how this undermined the lone wolf appearance of this game, because we all know this was a scam ever since. From trailers, from the gameplay review, for everything, we all already understood that the lone wolf approach of this game was a lie. They tried to sell the lone wolf as an excuse for why we didn't have we wouldn't have the AI, and since we didn't bite, they will give us the AI back. Out of this, I believe the AI will come in 6 months or so, almost the same time than it took for they to implement the multiplayer aspect. So, yeah, that's my opinion. Not a great opinion. Yeah, I agree, but my opinion nonetheless. Now, what is the problem with the social hub? On performance wise, the social hub was the place where my performance tanked. What I mean by it was not hardware wise. It was all things, everything that my game tank was not hardware wise. I noticed it was more performance connection wise. Besides, well, one or another texture pop in and pop out, or enemies spawning after. That's things that we already know. Then they are fully aware by server side, not client side. And in the hub, one of my problems were menu slowdown. Try to open the menu would take a couple more seconds than it should. And when I was not around any other player, the menu would open normally. Textures would load more, would load easily, and things like that. So yeah. So much for good optimization. So much for a good social hub. Second, the social hub not only break the immersion because you have a bunch of people doing jumping jacks, rolling around and doing stuff like that, emoting away, but sooner enough you're gonna have a lot of people in bright red, bright pink. Yeah, I know, bright pink is not a color. Then you can put yourself, but microtransactions is there for a reason. So in time, you're going to see that broken your immersion. People mostly right now are asking for a removal of the social hub. We all know this is not possible, so the only thing that I really wish is that we could turn off other players around it. Because again, we want a single player game. pop up a couple ghost NPCs there, a couple military NPCs, and we'll be happy about it. But I found this extremely sad. First, of course, we already know, I already pointed that out, that the level of experience is not a thing. We already knew it. Last but not least, the fucking performance tank. And in the end, this is just a fucking gimmick. It doesn't add anything for the experience, it's only detract, and will break immersion for people who play completely tactical. And on that note, you're gonna see a Christmas tree running around. Okay, with the social hub out of the way, let's go to the close but although not many, close but yet distant offline mode. Ubisoft will not deliver offline mode. I'm sorry for a say, but they won't. Let me say something. We already know that there's not a necessity for always online connection on this game when we're talking about play the single player campaign. And it does bother me to say, but even EA already admitted that. Then many of the times they are just bullshitting us. Sin City is there to prove it. And I can bet your ass then the connection between if you take out the always online on this game, you will end up improving performance because your game gonna not be needing to chug along to talk to the servers, and slowdowns will not happen that constantly. So you're going to have a better experience if you're always on offline. But that's not something that will happen. Why? Because Ubisoft needs to sell those microtransactions. Ubisoft needs to sell those boost packs. Ubisoft needs to sell those skill tech credits. Ubisoft needs to sell those customization options. Ubisoft needs you to buy booster packs, not go on some sites and find a trainer that allow you to gain double XP or double currents. That's what Ubisoft are doing. That's why Ubisoft are not allowing you to go out of your way and buy and play offline. That's the reality, no way around it. And it's interesting because it does create a circular logic. Because they create the share progression has an excuse to the always online, and the always online is the excuse for the share progression. But I don't know, I think a couple of players, myself included, the ones who mostly focus on the PvE aspect of the game, although yes, there is people who balance both, would not cry a river if they said that, oh, you want to play offline, you're not gonna have the share progression. If that's a thing, if that's a sacrifice that I need to make for my own personal single player experience, I would make gladly. And maybe that could be an option if you want to play always offline. This save of your will be offline only. It not will have a share progression. It will not have a multiplayer progression. It will not go better. The experience will not translate to the Ghost War files. Then fine, I'm okay with it. You can play co-op like normally, but fuck, besides that, there's no change. But of course, we have DRM, we have the always online, who is nothing more than a forceful DRM, and a new way of anti-cheat. In the end, that is it. Ubisoft will not give their hands, mostly because, different than many people who even already dropped de novo after the game being cracked out, Ubisoft keep the de novo or anything else. So proving then Ubisoft are not willing to create a better product to the players, but they are in a way to punish the cheaters or the pirates. They will punish the paying customer. Well, ain't that interesting, huh? That's the feel. And that's the same view about feedback. Ubisoft doesn't care about people who criticize their games, they care about the people who suck their balls. Now, RPG elements, gear, and all of that. My opinion is abundant clear, I totally agreed, and this does not fit on a Ghost Recon game. Mostly like I found completely stupid. First, the way then they overly inflate the gear system by, for example, you have a AK-74, you have a assault AK-74, and you have a scout AK-74. The difference goes for stock, grip, and barrel. Slash barrel cover. Would be better, in my opinion, personal opinion, if you will give us just the AK-74 and allow us to change stock, grip, and barrel or barrel cover on the gunsmith. Something that the developer will not allow because they have to sell this overbloat loot system. Not only that, but on pistol, most of the pistols we lost sight. On sniper rifles, then clear could have under barrel attachment we lost. We have we have the same characteristics like sniper and marksman rifle, DMR, sorry. They do have under barrel attachments like bipods and something, but for example, the M81 does not have one. So yeah, we're going for a clear, great start on the gunsmith. The gunsmith being dumbed down is a personal thing of mine, something that I really don't enjoy. And for example, even the fact of the loot system is so asinine and so stupid, then right now you need to keep going on the game. You need to you need to, after you get them, because that's a thing. On all looters, on all RPGs, if you get a loot, you need to stop, go to your inventory, see if it's better, and equip. And now the gunsmith become a chore, because if that happened to a gun, you need to re-equip the mods that you want. So in the end of all of this and all of this stupid thing is it is detrimental. The gear system is entirely detrimental to the feeling of a Ghost Recon game. Now, is the enemies are bullet spongy? Human enemies mostly. Headshots kill in one shot. Yeah, body shots. Now we will start to talking about bullet sponges. Body shots does take account gear and damage mitigation to the point where you can, I don't know, pour 7 or 8 shots with a weapon if your weapon is lower gear score than your enemy. So yeah, damage does matter a little bit. On the drones, yeah, it's exactly what we said before. It does. The drones are a little bit bullet spongy, and funnily enough, why the rifle who can take down a fucking helicopter in one shot cannot pierce the helmet of a heavy. But besides that, it doesn't fucking matter anyway. All of this doesn't matter. This is the game. This is the hand that we got delivered. There will be not those changes that we kind of want, and I'm saying here, not gonna happen. This is Ghost Recon Breakpoint. This is what we're gonna have. If you enjoy it, go right ahead, buy it. It's your choice, it's your money. If you don't, vote with your wallet and say no, we're not gonna buy this. But in the end, ladies and gentlemen, that's it. The conclusion. As I said, only if any major news, the AI, maybe something on the release date, comes out, this is the end for the series. Right about now, I have to thank anyone and everyone who watch, comment, like, dislike, subscribe for this nightmare of a series. Like it or not, this is the biggest series that I did on the channel, excluding any Let's Play, but that doesn't quite matter. I can't say what's gonna coming next on the channel because I don't have much of a clue for what is gonna be coming up next on the channel. Like it or not, most of the games that I really want to cover, option A, end up being Epic Store exclusive, or option B, not gonna be coming out nearly enough, and there is not much of information about it. But yeah, there is still 1 or 2 videos that I want to do. Maybe revisiting a couple of old videos, and there is an update about something then came out about update and stuff came out a month or so ago, maybe that. But yeah, that would be digging up my weep fucking self back up. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank you for watching, thank you for subscribing, thank you for liking, disliking, comment. And thank you for, well, being here and watching this stupid guy screaming at his mic most of the time. For everything, for what you did, and for anything, thank you. And, well, I hope if anything else than I do pick your attention, you come back again. If not, goodbye.